Sometimes the struggle in your life is not caused by enemies, poverty, or even hardship, but by something much quieter and more dangerous, the lack of discipline that slowly weakens your intentions and distances you from the life you truly want to live. You may have good dreams, strong wishes, and sincere intentions to become better in your faith, in your character, and in your daily actions. Yet you find yourself delaying what matters, postponing what is important, and telling yourself that tomorrow will be the day you finally change. But tomorrow keeps moving, and the days continue to pass, while your goals remain in your heart instead of becoming visible in your actions. Lack of discipline does not arrive loudly. It comes gently with comfort and excuses that feel harmless in the moment. It tells you that missing one prayer is not serious, that sleeping a little longer will not hurt, that delaying repentance is acceptable, and that you can always try again later. Over time, these small delays slowly weaken your consistency, and when consistency disappears, progress becomes difficult. Islam teaches us that discipline is not meant to punish us, but to protect us, because structure in our worship creates stability in our lives. The 5 daily prayers are not only acts of devotion, but also a divine system that organizes our time, reminds us of our purpose, and trains our souls to live with consistency and balance. When you pray regularly, your day gains rhythm, your heart gains focus, and your life gains direction. But when discipline fades, even simple acts of worship begin to feel heavy and irregular. You may start missing prayers, wasting time, sleeping excessively, or falling into habits that you once promised yourself you would leave behind. And slowly your confidence weakens, because you begin to see a gap between who you want to be and how you actually live. This gap is painful, yet it is not permanent, because the door to rebuilding discipline is always open. Think about how your behavior changes during Ramadan. You wake up earlier, you eat at specific times, you control your desires, you pray more, and you manage your actions with greater awareness. This shows that you are capable of discipline when your environment supports it, and it proves that your weakness is not permanent, but simply untrained. A believer without discipline is like a beautiful garden without protection. Even if good seeds exist, weeds grow quickly when there is no structure to control them. Shaitan does not always need to push you into major sins. Sometimes he only needs to remove your consistency so that your good intentions slowly fade into inactivity. When discipline is missing, time becomes scattered, energy becomes wasted, and opportunities pass without benefit. Yet Islam constantly calls us back to steady effort rather than occasional bursts of motivation. The Prophet taught us that the most beloved actions to Allah are those that are done consistently, even if they are small, which means transformation does not begin with dramatic change, but with daily commitment. You do not need to fix your entire life at once. You only need to begin with one sincere step taken for the sake of Allah, praying on time, even when your focus is weak, reading a small portion of Quran even when your energy is low, or waking up slightly earlier than usual can become powerful acts when they are done regularly. Discipline is not something you wait to feel. It is something you practice even when you feel unmotivated, because the NAF loves comfort while the soul grows through effort. Without discipline, dua alone cannot produce change, because asking for improvement must be accompanied by the structure that supports it. You may ask Allah for success, yet waste your mornings, ask for closeness, yet neglect your prayers, or ask for peace, yet allow disorder to dominate your daily habits. Discipline transforms intentions into actions and turns hope into visible progress. It does not mean being harsh on yourself, but means guiding yourself with patience, balance, and persistence. The Prophet did not change people overnight. He nurtured growth gradually, teaching that improvement is a journey built through repetition and commitment. If you fall into a mistake, return again. If you miss an obligation, correct it. If you feel weak, take a smaller step rather than stopping completely. Allah sees every effort, even when no one else notices. And every time you resist a temptation, control your anger, manage your time wisely, or fulfill an obligation despite difficulty, it is recorded. Discipline becomes an act of worship when it is done sincerely for the sake of Allah, because controlling your desires, managing your habits, and fulfilling your duties all strengthen your relationship with Him. Without discipline, dreams remain distant, repentance remains delayed, and improvement remains theoretical. But with discipline, change begins to take form. The believer is not the one who never struggles, but the one who continues striving despite weakness, returning to the path again and again without losing hope. Even if you fail today, you can rise tomorrow, and even if you slip, you can rebuild through renewed commitment. Begin with one habit, protect one prayer time, or improve one aspect of your character, and allow that consistency to grow slowly. A disciplined heart finds peace because it aligns intention with action, and a peaceful heart moves closer to Allah. Lack of discipline may delay your journey, but it does not define your destiny. And with sincerity, effort, and reliance upon Allah, you can rebuild your structure and rediscover your direction. Every step you take toward discipline is a step toward growth, stability, and ultimately toward Jannah. So do not lose hope and do not delay your beginning.